What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 3 most underrated characters in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, what determines an underrated character for me is I think people do not give these 3 characters enough credit for how good they are. Now, other people think the character is good or bad, this, that, and the other. I think these characters don't get enough credit for how good they are. So if someone, if you think the character is good and you're like, oh, it's obvious the character is good, I'm saying that people don't see how good, even if they think the character is good. So let's get right into this. Number 3 and 2. Let's see how I want to order this one. Let's go. Farah and Matara. Now, these are your number 2 and 3. Now, I feel like they can be swapped because number 1 is really the one I think is mainly underrated. But you can swap these two. The order I personally think, honestly, I would put Geras 3, Peacemaker 2. So that's what I would put, but I want to talk about Peacemaker first because Peacemaker is a character that personally got me. Everyone downplaying this character had me believing that this character, wasn't all that anymore either. But, as some time passed, I'm like, people are kind of doing too much because there's nothing really wrong with this character. Now, he did get nerfed, and they nerfed the Eagly. They nerfed this move multiple times, and it did. Oh, and they nerfed the anti-gravity move. I mean, not anti-gravity, force field. And they nerfed anti-gravity too. This character received a lot of nerfs. This character probably had one of the most nerfs, like, out of a character in the game for, like, specific things. And he deserved it. Like, the character was ridiculous. And I don't think that it was a bad idea that they nerfed him. I feel like they could have left, like, Eagly the same. I feel like all the other nerfs were fine. And if they just had left Eagly, not to be more negative, I think that would have been okay for them to do. And it wouldn't have been too much of a big deal. But this character got nerfed a lot. But I still think he's a very good character. And I feel like you have to play him a little different. But the people who just wanted to do this all day, sit back. And that was the Chameleon meta more at the time. So they were high behind Chameleon, doing this, and just, doing that, running, using Eagly to check you so you can be scared of the high. When you get close, anti-gravity or the anti-gravity mind game. And then you can't zone him back because he's going to force field and keep running. Like, if that's how you wanted to play him before, that's done. Now, he can still kind of do it a bit because he still has the same, mind game with checking you with Eagly and everything. But he has to be played more in your face now, which I don't see that as a problem. But if you wanted to play him like a little punk, you can't do that anymore. So I can kind of see why, now that I'm talking about it, why a lot of people thought this character fell off more and was making such a big deal of it. But this character is still good, especially with Farah. You still have a decent, full screen game. It's not amazing. It's not broken. It's not dumb, but you still have it. You don't get zoned out because of anti-gravity. And you have like Farah shenanigans too with this or with Eagly. Like, I remember when Farah came out, I remember when Farah was like fresh and everything and people were really using her. I remember I even labbed this team and I saw the potential in it, but this character's not really my style, so I didn't continue with it. But he still has pretty much everything you need to be a potent, good character. Now, I'm not saying he's like no secret S tier or anything, but he's good. Good mid check. That goes into mind games. He has the command grab still, where he has to be risky with it if he wants to open you up, but that's what a grappler should be. Well, a grappling type move should be risky. Like, there's nothing wrong with this character. Like, really. And then in the corner, he still has ridiculous damage. Hold up. Now, might not remember these. So, like ridiculous damage still. Good mid-screen to full screen presence and good up close presence. An amazing poke. Like really good, a really good jab. Good meterless damage. Like there's what's wrong with this character? And with Farah, you get access to 50/50s. You know, something he doesn't really have in his kit. Like his character is fine. Good mid check with this as well. I'd say 13 frame mid that you can do stuff off of and everything. Like, he's good. Like, the more I'm talking about it, the more it's honestly just like, there's people that really think this character is like bad. This character's not bad at all. Really, everything you need is just not, he's not cracked in any department. It's kind of like a jack of all trades in a way, but, you know, just not cracked anywhere. So, now let's talk about Geras. And I'm one of those. Hold up. Give me a second. I'm one of those. Gotta switch it. So, Geras is a character that it's kind of another one that got me in a way to where I was believing what a lot of people were saying, but I can't really say that because I feel like Geras has got a lot of good changes over time that have made him more of a threat, like just this right here and then this. And he's gotten changed over time, and the meta has changed and developed in a way where I think he's an actual threat. Now, of course, we all see the stuff that Gur is doing with him. He is the best Geras, and he's been going crazy with him. But again, it's still just one person mainly. So I don't want to sit here and say all these things off this character based off of one person, you know, in this particular instance. But I think Geras is a monster. The problem I feel with Geras is kind of like the same thing with Peacemaker. I feel like people don't want to play Geras the way he's supposed to be played. And what that is like a little punk. Geras is a character. He's like hit and run. You know, I feel like a lot of people who play Geras wants to be like all in your face and everything, but no, this character is a punk. He sits back here, gets these charges, and he plays like right here, and he can he's not gonna zone you or anything, but you can't really zone him, and he can choose whenever he wants to go in. So he runs away so he can get the safety from this move right here, and then that's when he chooses to go in, so he can do whatever he wants. Then when you just hit him, he has a breaker. He can rack the timer out. You have to play at his pace. It's kind of like a Sub-Zero thing, but people don't know how to do it properly. And of course, if you want to see how to do it properly, watch Gur. Like, this character makes you play at his pace, no matter what. It's, a lot of people, I feel like they can't play that way. Just base, he has really solid tools. Now, he has this really good mid check right here. Like, you can dang near zone with this mid. Look how far it goes. That goes into his ticks. Command grabs can do that. Or the second hit, which is really good. Just something to always keep guessing. And he can cancel to Matara off a lot of these things. And actually, he has really good gelling off Mataro as well with this string right here. And he gets, talk about Mataro more. He can do like overhead checks on you and stay safe. If he guesses wrong, he can get his charges. He can get his charges and then run from you. So now he has a full bar of the sand thing, and he can just do what he wants. You can't zone him because he can just snap and kill you. Speaking of kill you, has amazing damage. He gets like 50% if you can do the Mataro loops, where I personally don't know them, but they look something like that, where you just, you know, cancel them into that, and then you continue and keep going back and forth. Like, the character is really, really good. I just feel like if more people could play him the way he was meant to be played, oh my gosh, he would be such a threat. Like, even more. I just feel like a lot of people play him wrong. Now, another thing about it, he is slow. He's a slow character. His wake up's kind of whatever, so he's not without weaknesses. I think, but again, I don't think slow is a weakness. I think it's more of an archetype. Like he's very slow. He's sluggish. His moves have weights in them, and I don't think that's a problem if you know how to deal with that. But a lot of people, again, I don't think excel at playing that slow, methodical pace, so they don't see the power in a character like Geras. So that is your 2 and 3. Now, number 1, I know a lot of people think this character is good, but I don't think people understand how good. So let's go ahead and get to that character. Ghostface. I think Ghostface is ridiculous. I think this character is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that, you know, he hasn't played more is crazy, especially with stuff he can do with Tremor too, since, you know, Tremor is the meta pick right now. But even just base Movado, what this character can do is insane. He genuinely has like everything you need in a character. He just doesn't have high damage. That's it. Everything else. He can vortex you like crazy. Now you got to guess. Right here, after he hits you with this, you got to guess overhead, low, command grab, or he could do like some running tick into command grab. I can remember his run input. But he doesn't lack anything really. After this, you are guessing for your life. There we go. That's the running input. So he could do, after he hits you with this, he can do this as some type of run. He can check you into that. And then if he has Movado, he gets a full combo. He's just one of the best Vortex characters in the game without having like the typical tools, lack of tools that a lot of Vortex characters have. And to go off of his good tools as well, like he also has this really good mid check. Like, look how far that goes. You have to fear him from like right here. And combo you can do to keep it simple, because I don't really remember the optimals off the top of my head, but he can hit you with something like that. I'm pretty sure you can get a little more. I just don't remember the optimals off the top of my head. But yeah, he can mid check you. But again, you see the damage isn't really high, but he can always just keep going because everything leads back into this move right here. So, and then when your combo options off of that, after hitting them with this, is you can go low into the same thing over and over again. Guess if they guess wrong again? Low, same thing. They have to freaking keep guessing. And then he has the overhead as well, which he could do into this move. So off of this, you have the overhead combo into the same thing, low, or you can do a command grab. Now, the command grab is not as strong because to get a lot of his combos, you have to cancel into that. And you don't really get a combo off of it. You can kind of hit them with the slide for pressure, but if you want to keep the command grab stuff going, you got to use like Scorpion or Tremor more with this. But this is like the, you know, mix up, you know, Vortex more team and not based off of grappling alone. But he can still, you know, grapple your crap. Don't get it confused. He can still hit you with this. Take the call. Now guess. Keep guessing. Then on top of that, the safety of this character is ridiculous because he don't get zoned out. You know, he has this where he can check you, and then he can teleport in as well. He doesn't get zoned out. And then this is, I feel like the number one thing that's not talked about in this game when it comes to dumb moves is his cancel into the other forms. This move is dumb. I mean, in case you play Dead by Daylight, this kind of reminds me of Dead Hard. It's a move that basically gives you a second chance. And I feel like that in a fighting game is crazy. Like, when you are in this form, or when you grab them, or anything you do to get into this form, you essentially have free What's another move I can show off this form more? Like when you go into this form right here, when he goes into blue or what you want to say pink, yeah, blue or pink knife. When he's in this form, I don't think people understand. You're essentially like not invincible, but you could do whatever you want because if they hit you, let me have him do it. So when you're in this form right there and you get hit, you just move behind them. I don't think people realize how dumb that is. Like, so at any time, well, not any time, but whenever you get into the form, you essentially can always threaten whatever you want. Now you don't have to be scared to go crazy. Now I get it's just one hit, but still, that's very strong to have a move that you can just essentially have no repercussions off of doing. And you can see it like how you just teleported right there. That's what will happen if you get hit. So it's like you're putting like a shield over yourself and giving yourself a free 50-50. It's ridiculous. And then that's not even a mention like everything I'm talking about. This is just base Ghostface. Like his other form, when he goes into, I think this is better form. Like you get a double overhead. Like that just leads into so much stuff if it hits, and then you got the knife that has the deity angle, which I like to call it. Like this, I feel like this is the best angle in fighting games. That right there. You get this knife, and you get access to restands and cancel pressure through it. It's just so much to talk about, which I would have to make a whole video alone. I would have to make a guide to talk about all that stuff. But again, all that stuff was just talking about more base Ghostface, and then he becomes an even better character once you get into this form. So it's just ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. I think this character is crazy. I think this character is crazy strong, and I can understand why he's not more popular because people don't like low damage. But again, this character is just ridiculous. But yep, that's what I think about Ghostface, and even during the last tournament, one of the top 3 players in the world currently right now in Mortal Kombat, Nickopz, pulled him out. So I feel like there are some people that see the strength, but again, I don't think people see how strong the character is. But that's going to be all for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And check out this screen right here if you would like to support the channel even more. And check out the Discord in the description if you would like to join. Again, hope you all enjoyed, and Nickopz out.